At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners. News is brought to you in part by One Nevada Credit Union, where right now you can refinance your auto loan with rates as low as 2.98% and no payments for 90 days for qualified members. Call us today for details. News is also brought to you by Hope Counseling Services, where we specialize in behavioral health, inspiring hope for a brighter tomorrow. Call 775-727-0101 for more information.
Tonight on News 46, construction zones and wet roads call for careful driving.
A special town meeting will be held tonight to discuss the Fall Festival.
And school bus information for you and your children. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Zach Fuentes and Monique Mitchell. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, August 22nd, 2012. I'm Zach Fuentes.
And I'm Monique Mitchell for News 46.
The identity of a local man who died as a result of an accident in Laughlin has been released. 31-year-old Benjamin Michael LeBee was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected from his vehicle on Monday night around 8 p.m. His 2000 Toyota 4Runner rolled over on Casino Drive approximately 900 feet east of Needles Highway. LeBee was pronounced dead on scene at 8:17 p.m. 2 juveniles were also in the vehicle with Mr. LeBee, an 8-year-old girl and a 6-year-old boy. The children were reportedly properly seatbelted into the vehicle and only received minor injuries in the accident. The cause of the rollover appears to be an overcorrection. Apparently, the driver attempted to enter back onto the roadway after going off the shoulder. According to the report, Mr. LeBee overcorrected, which caused the 4Runner to overturn.
And slick roads may have contributed to this morning's 2-vehicle accident on Highway 160 near Commerce Street.
Tonight's accident report is brought to you by Stovall & Associates. Don't expect insurance companies to have your best interest in mind. Stovall & Associates cares. Let us help you if you have been involved in an accident.
A 2-vehicle non-injury accident occurred this morning on Highway 160 near Commerce Street across from the Saddle West. Nye County Sheriff's deputies arrived on scene to find both vehicles off the side of the roadway. One vehicle sustained major damage, the other one moderate damage. Nevada Highway Patrol arrived on scene as well to conduct the investigation. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene and checked out all occupants who refused to be medically transported. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
The public is encouraged to attend tonight's special town board meeting to get involved and volunteer for this year's Fall Festival.
7 o'clock at the county building at the Eye. Only one item is on the agenda, and that's the Fall Festival.
This is to actually put in place that the town will be taking this over possibly and putting in charge the entertainment company. Is that right?
Well, this will be an official vote on whether we will assume responsibility for the Fall Festival or not. I'm going to allow a lot of public comment. As long as people are polite and brief, I'll allow them to speak more than once in hopes that if they hear somebody say, I'd like to do this, somebody else will get up and say, I'll volunteer to help you.
We're hoping to get as much volunteers as possible to get this off the ground.
Yes, we do. We need volunteers in particular for entertainment. Because we assume this at the last minute, we don't have funds to pay people. So, hey, you've got a band, you want to sing, you want to dance, you've got some family-friendly jokes. come on out, show the public how good you are, and bring a tip jar.
Is the entertainment committee that you originally had no longer on board?
That's correct. The town has assumed total responsibility. Actually, not total responsibility. We're handling the logistics. So we'll provide the park, we'll provide the community center. We're a staging point. We're a point of information, although Channel 41 is helping with the parade. The Western Heritage Group is helping with the rodeo, and Rodney Camacho has stepped in to help solicit vendors in the entertainment.
And is there booths still available for vendors?
The booths are $150. Please come sign up. We're allowing something different this year, and that's booth sharing. As long as it's reasonable, go in together.
There you go. And so 7 o'clock tonight at the Calvada Eye.
At the Calvada Eye, and should you need more information in the meantime, or you want to volunteer for something, call the town office, 727-5107, extension 307. We need the whole community to make this a great community event.
And folks, keep it here because we'll be back after this break.
Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Children's Dentistry of Pahrump, specializing in sedation dentistry, now accepting adult patients. Call now for free IV sedation with dental implant, 751-2184.
And welcome back. Next week, kids all around the county will be heading off back to school. I'm sure they're so excited for that. This morning, Deanna O'Donnell caught up with the Nye County School District Director of Transportation, Cameron McCrae, to get some important information for a smooth and safe transition back to class.
Okay, well, in July, as we've done in the past, we sent out the bus application registration forms. Parents who have gotten them and haven't returned them, if their student is going to use a school bus, we need to get those in by Friday so we can assign the bus and have an appropriate approved bus stop for your student come Monday morning. If you don't have a copy of it, they're available on the school district's website under the transportation section, or you can pick them up at the schools or either district office. We've been processing them for about a month, and we've started calling a little over a week ago, so we're well into calling folks. We've already processed a little over 1,900. Excuse me. But that number tells me there's still a number of those that haven't done it yet. Usually by this time we're well over 2,000. So this is kind of low, and obviously concerns me that come Monday morning, many people won't have assigned bus stops to get to and from school. Application registration, of course, we provide each year the rules of the school bus, the expected conduct, not just on the school bus, but to and from the school bus stops while they're at the stop, those types of information. And that's very important. It's important that the parents talk to their students about the appropriateness of their conduct and how to walk to and from their bus stop and to and from school if they're close enough to the schools where they're not provided busing. So it is important. Of course, the big thing here we also want to remind people is that come Monday morning there'll be, upwards of 2,000 youngsters of all ages, and we need to remember they are children. They do things that are unexpected, and we need to be sure that we're cognizant, we're aware that when we're driving around both, not just to and from school, but wherever you're going, is that we have almost 600 bus stops out there throughout the valley, and that we are safe, that we look out for these kids, and so we can get through the school year, and particularly the start of school, without any unfortunate incidents.
That's right. When the bus stops and that stop sign goes out, you need to stop on both sides of the roadway because kids can jet across the street, can't they?
Yes, ma'am, and it is a violation. When the stop arms go out and the red lights flash on a school bus, it's illegal to pass them, whether you're approaching the bus from in front or whether you're behind the bus. And so you need to be aware of that and not violate that. It's extremely unsafe. And fortunately, in Nye County, we haven't had any incidences, but there've been unfortunate incidences, including the death of students, because people have passed the school bus, stopped school bus with the signs and the lights flashing.
And also as well, school zones are now going to be back in force, as well as the speed limit around that.
That is correct. Come Monday morning, the school zones around our schools will be back in place. The yellow flashing warning lights to help remind motorists that they're entering the school zone will be flashing, and drivers need to adhere to that.
Wonderful. You have a wonderful school year, and anything else you want to add?
No, we hope that parents will help us make this year successful. We believe that the student school day starts, for many students, starts with their school bus ride and ends with their school bus ride, and I want to make that as good a experience so that when they get to school, they are ready to learn and start their education day.
For more information on the transportation, they can call here at the offices, can't they?
That's correct. Both, we have on the website some frequently asked questions and some answers to those, so they can go to the website. But if they have a question that needs one of us to answer, they can contact us at 727-2443.
And here's your entertainment this week with Zach Fuentes.
The husband of country singer Wynonna Judd was seriously injured in a motorcycle accident this weekend. The accident occurred near Hill City, South Dakota, where Judd, who was on a separate motorcycle, and her husband Michael Scott Cactus Moser were both riding when Moser apparently drifted into oncoming traffic and crashed head-on into a car. As a result of the wreck, Moser's left leg was severed and later amputated above the knee. He also had to undergo surgery on his hand, which was injured as well. The driver of the other vehicle was uninjured and refused treatment. Cactus Moser is a drum player in Wynonna's band, and it is unknown at this time what effect this will have on his career. Meanwhile, Wynonna Judd has tour dates scheduled through the rest of the year, but they have been postponed through at least next week. Judd and Moser were engaged in December of last year and were married just this past June. Well, for months now since Regis Philbin left the daytime talk show Live with Regis and Kelly, everyone has been wondering who Kelly Ripa's new co-host will be. Since Regis' departure last November, Kelly has been joined by a number of guest co-hosts such as Anderson Cooper, host of The Bachelor Chris Harrison, and even Kim Kardashian. But of the rotating co-hosts that have been on, the one that is expected to be the permanent one is former NFL star Michael Strahan. The 40-year-old was part of the New York Giants for 15 seasons before retiring in 2007. He currently co-hosts Fox NFL Sunday and has guest hosted on Live a number of times. Nothing is official, however, until Live debuts its new season this September.
All right, well, we'll have more news for you after this break, so keep it here.